Hello, I'm Neil. Today I'm talking about getting started with Devops. If you've ever wanted to know what Devops is and how to get started in it, this is the video for you. Let's get into it. What is Devops? Here's a quote from Kurt Bittner. Devops optimizes the software delivery pipeline, all the steps that you have to go through between when you have an idea when a customer starts benefiting from that idea. In your traditional delivery processes, you have lots of handoffs, lots of stops and starts. You have a relatively inefficient process, and it can take months and sometimes years to go from idea to having somebody get a benefit. So DevOps is about making that process shorter, getting that idea to somebody getting a benefit as quickly as we can. And there's several things we can do to do that. The first one is embrace Agile. Agile is a big subject, and I'm not going to get into it now, but in essence, it means being open to ideas, having open communication, and focusing on the outcomes rather than the processes in the middle. Embracing Agile will help your team deliver value to your customers faster and with higher quality, from idea to usable and valuable product. There are 4 main arenas in which we can do this. Infrastructure, the thing that actually hosts the service. Development, getting that service created. Testing it, make sure it works as desired. And delivery, deploying it to the infrastructure so that it can be used. Unfortunately, there's not one product or training course you can buy. DevOps is an idea and an ethos, which requires management across silos. However, you can start with a few steps, like the environments. Changing the way the environments are provisioned, that includes getting the environments provisioned using on-demand and using techniques like infrastructure as code with technologies such as Puppet or Terraform to automatically develop and generate those environments based on configuration settings so that you can have an environment anytime you need it. If it's in code, you can also ensure that when you create a new environment, it's exactly the same as the last. Having that consistency in your environments is key to making sure that the development process and the code works across all the environments. If you've got one environment slightly different because it's been handmade, then all of a sudden one piece of code might work in one environment but not in this other one. And that can cause a lot of confusion between whether it's a bug in the code or whether it's a bug in the environment. Using virtualized infrastructure such as VMware or Amazon Web Services means that we can create environments quickly without long lead times. We can scale up, we can scale down, and that removes a lot of friction and removes a lot of delays. CI and testing. Implementation of techniques like continuous integration and test automation helps you get that delivery process quicker. There's a shift to APIs on an integrated architecture for applications, and then usually deployment automation comes after that. Once you have the environments provisioned in code, and you can put those environments wherever you want them, you need a way to move that code between the environments. At this point, you may find silos inside the organization that can slow or even stop some tasks from taking place. Resource contention and task priorities can get in the way of delivering a release to your customers. When there's a shift in team structure to become more object-orientated, with dedicated resources to a product so that you can release and do release after release effectively, it tends to break down the silos and start shifting to a more product-centric organization and away from functionally orientated organization. Continuous improvement. Like we heard in the quote right at the top, this can take months or even years to change. And we're very much evolving within DevOps space right now. And your organization will be too. There are many projects and products to help, and many tools your team could create, adopt, or improve upon. In summary then, we can look at the infrastructure, the development, the testing, and delivery. All of these bits can be automated. We can create equal environments, shut them down, create them, and make sure that they're identical. Having identical infrastructure helps keep a continuous platform for the developers to develop against. CI and testing, running pipelines, automation of infrastructure provisioning, automation of testing, and automation of delivery or deployment. And continuous improvement. Start with one small step, make it better. Maybe start with the infrastructure, automate the infrastructure, then we can automate the testing after that. This process can take months or years to get better and better, but as long as you're continuously improving, you'll be providing more value every day you improve. I hope you found that useful. Please like and subscribe, and if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. Till next time, goodbye.